So yesterday we had a very good episode, a very good start to our career mode here back with Chelsea, but of course we are starting today on a bit of a bad note. Of course, you guys might find out by now if you're a fan of this channel, I don't like to bring outside of the world stuff into the videos, but there's a hard one to ignore. Of course, the timing of yesterday's video was in line with a big thing that's happened in real life, which, of course, I don't feel too good about. I'm pretty sure most people won't feel too good about it, but I'm not going to try and put a damper on this video, but yeah, I felt like it was kind of worth mentioning without really mentioning it. So, yes, rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, as today we go back to Chelsea, a team very close to her. As welcome back, people, to episode number 2 of season number 1 of this Chelsea save here on FIFA 22. Our final save here on this game before, of course, the new one comes out, as we've started off today by actually sending 3 more scouts out, who are all 3 in transit. I just thought I'd tell you that, because if you wonder where the money's gone already, we're on 102.25 million with a good wage budget. At the time of recording this, I unfortunately have been quite busy and haven't seen the comments of last video just yet, but of course I can pass them on. We're going to get more than one window out of this save, as I am still scouting players. We are top of the league joint as well with the team we play today, or 2 teams we play today. As if you haven't seen the previous video, please do go ahead and watch that one before this one. You'll be caught up with the Super Cup, with the first game of the season, see how that went. And of course, if you're new around here and you have watched or haven't even watched the first one, make sure you do subscribe for FIFA 23 content in the future and for this save, as we're very, very excited for it. Spoilers immediately on screen, as 2 monumental away games today. We have Arsenal in a North... Is it North? No, it's just a London derby, isn't it? I don't know my geography really well, as then we definitely don't have a derby. We have Liverpool away at Anfield. 2 extremely difficult games, as then Aston Villa, AC Milan, and Tottenham Hotspur definitely won't be played today. These are some big games going on, as we'd sit top of the league on goal difference. You know, the man who we're playing his ex-club here first, having a really good initial game. As we've got a loan offer here for Malang Sarr, Bournemouth, a Premier League team. We will accept 2 years on Malang Sarr. I don't really mind missing him. I think he's good potential-wise, but not starting, as it's actually made it quite difficult to pick a team, because we did rotate for that first game. We didn't have likes of Reece James in, Cesar Azpilicueta, Dave as is known to the Chelsea faithful, but they played really well. Of course, spoilers now, we did get a huge 5-1 victory against Crystal Palace at the Bridge, as Trevor Chalobah will be at Villarreal, the team we beat, of course, for a season, which I think is a very, very good loan. No signings before this Arsenal game, because why? Why, after we won 5-1? I mean, there is chance for rotation. You can see a lot of tired players in there, including Loftus-Cheek himself, Wesley Fofana, Kai Havertz, and Aubameyang's a little bit tired, but I do think it's not enough to keep them out of the starting 11, as the team for this big game to start off with, which we're going straight into, is Edouard Mendy in goal. Ruben Loftus-Cheek keeps his place in the team because he was fantastic, with Khalid Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Wesley Fofana and Ben Chilwell over Cucurella, with N'Golo Kante, Kovacic and Kai Havertz being the midfield trio, should I say, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang starting against his old team. He might get some boos, he might get some respect, who knows, as Raheem Sterling is alongside him up front. Of course, Nyaki did score, but he'll still be on that bench alongside Mount, Jorginho, Gallagher, James Aspie and Kepa, as I'm very excited to see how this first one goes. Away, first away game at the Emirates. And let's have a look at this Arsenal team that we face, what signings they made. Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney at the back, with Bukayo Saka, Partey, Granit Xhaka and Emil Smith-Rowe. Martin Odegaard just in front, and Wissam Ben Yedder as the captain up front. Of course, didn't put the signing of Jesus through, but I did see Kramaric on that bench as well. 2 strikers instead of 1. You never know how that can benefit the Gunners. Let's get into it. What a big game this can be for us, as Ruben Loftus-Cheek finds Kalidou Koulibaly with the pass straight forward into N'Golo Kante. Need to start on the front foot. Raheem Sterling, a lot of boos going around. Maybe that's Aubameyang's, maybe that's just us as a team. as Ben Chilwell. Does very well to keep the ball right here. He's got N'Golo in support. Of course, ex-teammates them two. As here's Kai Havertz looking for a bit of an option. Kante gets it out wide to Chilwell. Tries to cross it to Tomiyasu. We'll still keep hold of this ball as long as we just dominate the early proceedings. Kai Havertz. That's a good ball through to Mateo Kovacic. And it's a brilliant save from Aaron Ramsdale. It looks like he did get a touch on that. Was it going in? It most definitely was. Fingertips from the England keeper, but it's given us a goal kick. What a chance to open the scoring up, but he saves it, but nothing's given. That's a bit of a shocker, in my opinion, by the referee, as Mateo Kovacic jumps on that one. Straight into Kai Havertz now here. Havertz will look to the side of him, straight into Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, keeping hold of this one. Into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's a deep whipped-in ball. Raheem Sterling! Now that's a play you don't expect getting his head on it, but he has done early on here against Arsenal. We lead in the London derby, and it's the man up front who hasn't scored yet, but he has now. Raheem Sterling opening his Chelsea account. A brilliant cross and a brilliant finish. Look at this. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is playing so phenomenally well. It is unreal at the moment. And Raheem is just there for the easy header. He's actually going to be keeping Reece James out of the team as it stands for maybe a while. He doesn't show any signs of being bad, as that's a rough challenge. Tomiyasu when he's in the book. Just a yellow card, but it was a dodgy one. Can we do anything from this free kick? We'll just roll it, shall we? Kovacic into the path of Sterling round the corner. Ben Chilwell. Too close to Aaron. Thiago Silva, captain for us, with the pass into N'Golo Kante in the centre of the field. Almost halfway through this first half as Loftus-Cheek takes it in his stride. Kai Havertz around the corner into Aubameyang. No options really, so he'll look over the top to Ben Chilwell, who he does find. He'll go backwards straight into N'Golo, who just drops a little bit of a shoulder. He's going to keep on going, is N'Golo Kante. Can he get this out wide? He can. Straight into Loftus-Cheek. One touch and a cross again. Not a bad one. Very unlucky as Loftus-Cheek again through the middle of the park. That's straight on to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Needs that run at the side of him, please. Can we get it? That's a bad challenge, isn't it? Yes. And a free kick given just on the edge of the box. Raheem Sterling, the one standing over this. We do have Aubameyang, of course, who does look better on the free kick. So we're going to get this very right, though. We're going to go to that little top corner bit. And it's wide. Very unlucky as Mateo Kovacic into the path of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He gives it back into Mateo Kovacic right here. Little ball roll. He's going to keep hold of it. Into Raheem Sterling looking for an angle. And he almost had his second. Honestly, it is utter domination from us at the start of this game, I've got to say. We have been brilliant this first half. Such a change from the Palace one as Chilwell. I'd say that's another foul, but referee disagrees as they've got a good pass off to Wissam Ben Yedder. Granit Xhaka. Wesley Fofana's out of line. Going to the Frenchman. As that's a chip over the top, but not a good one. Arsenal really not threatened Edouard Mendy, I'd say, at all here at the Emirates as Chilwell running forward. He's got the pass to the side of him into Raheem Sterling as Kai Havertz is busting through the middle a little bit here. Can we just whip a ball in? Late on, it's come off the back of Ben White and a corner ball, which we'll go back post with. Keeper's not coming. Khalid Koulibaly makes it 2 before half-time. The big centre-back with a beautifully placed header into the back of that goal. We have that advantage we needed, and it's come from the corner. Best time to score the second goal just before half-time. Powered in by Khalid Koulibaly. Brilliant header, and what a display here at, of course, the Emirates, as that's the first time Mendy's touched the ball. Keep it up, boys. Just keep it up. 2-0. Second half, if it can just replicate the first, will be absolutely excellent as Kovacic tried to step in. Ben Yedder, he's going to put a ball out wide into Emil Smith-Rowe. Martin Odegaard now has it back in the centre of the field, and Thomas Partey tries to break the line. Wesley Fofana easily reading that one, however, as Kai Havertz on the spin into Aubameyang. Players in front of us to try and run at, but we couldn't break through that gap. Just unlucky as they do seem to be pushing forward, Arsenal, but they've not got the ball. So as long as they've not got the ball, they cannot score. As that's a ball out wide straight into Ben Chilwell now, however. So we'll try and get forward. Raheem Sterling, Kai Havertz, Kovacic out wide into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. There's a man with his hand up in the middle. It's Sterling again. And it's crossed in towards him. Tomiyasu away, trying to keep hold of this ball. Loftus-Cheek can't cross. We're going to see Mason Mount and Iñaki coming on together for Kai And Aubameyang, unfortunately, won't have a goal against his former club, or will he? Still time before he, of course, does depart. He's got until the ball goes out of play. Loftus-Cheek is absolutely shattered as well, but he's had a phenomenal game, as we have just been dominant. And that's a pass straight onto Sterling. A very dodgy one from the Arsenal backline. It's onto Aubameyang against the former club. He's going to keep on going with it. Backheeled into Loftus-Cheek. Wrong chip. As it's Kramaric off the bench now. Header on towards Xhaka, and Mason Mount's just had him. He's absolutely had him on toast as Raheem Sterling running through the middle a little bit here. Go on, Raheem. Keep on going. Almost got the ball again, but unfortunately didn't, as we're approaching 10 minutes left right now. Keep on going. As Khalid Koulibaly running forward with the ball here, storming down into Reece James, and now onto Kovacic. Kovacic over the top into Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell pass round the back. There we go. Into Raheem Sterling. Try to whip a ball in, and we'll get another corner. Koulibaly getting that box, mate. He's at the back post as we're going to cross it. Mason Mount this time. It might land here for Iñaki Williams. Unfortunately didn't, however, as Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Kieran Tierney. It's just played around a little bit right here as Kramaric gives it out wide into Saka. That's a good tackle from N'Golo Kante. Straight onto Mason Mount. Sterling's in front, and Yaki's here with him. Raheem Sterling for another to make it 3. Just tried to hit it first time, didn't work, but still, corner ball. I think the game's definitely wrapped up by now as it's going towards Iñaki. Hasn't found him. They've got the ball. Kramaric with the turn away, but there's the final whistle to meet him as he turns. A 2-0 win at the Emirates. A clean sheet. A spectacular first half display, and second to be fair, as we win the game. We have 6 points from 6, and we are flying in the Prem. Top of that league. Very, very nice, as Aubameyang's still top scorer, although he didn't get one. Lewis Dunk on 2 goals. I don't know why I like to look at goal scorers early on in the season. It's Ilkay Gundogan, Bayern Munich. He's an ex-Dortmund man. I mean, players do make that move, but it's a bit of a weird one for me. As Brighton, top of the league, joint with us, and that's the only team joint with us at the moment. Graham Potter, of course, Chelsea manager in real life now. Bit full circle. Still don't have in mind any signings before this Liverpool game, because if you're winning, why try and change something, as Brentford have been put there in the cup. Okay, so we probably might get onto simulating Villa and playing AC Milan today. Depends how deadline day goes, but it depends how this game goes, because this can determine deadline day, because if we don't play well and we feel like we need another player, we can of course go out and buy one, as I think I've just got to name the same starting 11 again. What is the point in changing it if it's not broken? Loftus-Cheek is playing fine. Fantastic even. The strike partnership's doing really, really well. I literally can't think of words to put this team down. Although we have Liverpool still unbeaten, of course got a draw in one of the games. This one is a big one, away at Anfield. And let's have a look at this Liverpool team. Alisson is in goal, Trent, De Vrij, Van Dijk and Robertson. Dutch partnership at the back with Keita, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Firmino and Sadio Mane. Luis Diaz still on the bench for them, of course, and Darwin Núñez isn't a Liverpool player, but he won't be that high rated, of course, on FIFA 22, unfortunately. We'll just have to wait till FIFA 23, which of course isn't far away, as that was a bad pass. Trent to immediately pick up on that. Salah into Firmino, gets the ball around the corner again, as Salah now onto Trent, into Salah. We're just chasing it around a little bit, and that's a good ball straight through the back into Naby Keita. Salah a little bit out of position, well we all are, and Loftus-Cheek jumps in there a little bit to try and block it off. Aubameyang to run it away, shall we? I mean, a big chance for Liverpool right there if they would have got the passing right, as now it's on to Ben Chilwell, and Chilwell's going to run at Trent right here. He's got the pace around Trent, he's going to whip it in, and it's just away from Aubameyang, but still, Kante keeps hold of it. Not a great pass, and not much to write home about so far in this game, as that's a bad pass. Straight into Bobby Firmino, Thiago. Not a great tackle from Thiago on Thiago, as now it's into Firmino. He's got Salah through the gap, he's got Naby Keita out wide, and Naby Keita slots it past Edouard Mendy. Liverpool have the lead at Anfield, and it's just very on the angle, which Mendy could have maybe done better with, but I won't blame him too much. It's not the best of play from us. They've got a man down in the middle injured. They've just found the pass around, and Salah was unselfish, giving it to Keita. for 1-0 Redmen. Very unlucky. Very, as Thiago Silva's got into the book as well. Just got to get us heads on it like we did against Palace. We really got us head on it. We got there and scored 5 goals afterwards, as that was a decent cross. Very decent. It falls to Kovacic here, in fact. And Alisson with the stop, as we're going to get a corner. Corners aren't the worst things for us, of course, but they do have height in that box. Fabinho and more, as that's a brilliant save. Alisson on to Robertson, who was on the line. They've got a man down injured badly. It's Fabinho, but it's a big chance wasted. Kai Havertz very close, as they've had 2 injuries already. I mean, I think Thiago is still playing on, of course, but Jordan Henderson's now on the field, so that's not a good pass out from the back. The gegenpress. The gegenpress of Jurgen Klopp is really doing us in, as now Mane flicks it on to Henderson. Henderson's got a bit of a gap. Sadio Mane again. Thiago Silva with the block. Really under the cosh. It falls to Henderson. And Fofana had to be in the way to cause, of course, a goal kick, or a corner kick, should I say, to Liverpool. Really, really panicky here at Anfield. They're making it hard for us as Thiago Silva with a head away. Only as far as Mo Salah again. Koulibaly, it's not scooped up. Koulibaly does do well to run away with it, though, and give it on to Kovacic, as now we need to go forward. Very, 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 very shoestring right here in the defence from us, as we need to get away from his defence. And that's alright from Kovacic. It's almost half-time here, and I've got to say, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is our best player again, I can't lie. He's done a lot of running down that wing, him and Kovacic. As Kai Havertz, oh, that was a chance. We had a man at the left. Oh, the referee's blown his whistle. We're not completely out of the game. Big chances for ourselves, but it's Liverpool who are in the driving seat. Definitely. A much improved second half is needed. I want to see a little bit more, although we did have the header, from Kai Havertz, because it looks like Kovacic is doing a lot of running, trying to support the strikers who aren't getting the support. That's why they're not playing well. It's the cam position we need to work on, as Firmino with good skill into Salah. And now we have a mountain to climb immediately after the break. The ex-Chelsea man, of course, he'll celebrate. Makes it 1 for himself, but 2 to Liverpool. That goal could be a big, big upsetting one, that one. It's good movement, and it's just an easy pass into him. Now we have a mountain to climb. Not great. Not great at all for us, as Firmino shot is only parried by Mendy. Straight onto Sadio Mane, and Mendy has to make a save. It's not cleared, and I don't know how that's kept out, to be honest with you. What are we doing? Why have we come out in this second half a lot poorer than the first, as we're going to chip that over to Sterling? Can he fight against De Vrij? He tries, but he doesn't succeed. Cheeks played well, but I am going to put Reece James on to go more attacking, and Iñaki, because we just do need them players with the high work rates, as Kante had passes to the side of him, and he didn't get any of them off, as Firmino now to run at us. That should be easy for Ben Chilwell, and is, as he takes it round, looking to get round Keita anyway, but Mo Salah's caught him out. Sadio Mane with the long shot. Mendy, you need to get there quick, mate, get there quick. He's let it go, and it's a corner. What are you playing at? Come on, we can't make them mistakes at Anfield, especially when already 2-0 down, as Takumi Minamino, of course, a Monaco player now in real life, comes onto the field. Head that away, please. Chilwell to get it away, but not well. Still, it's Liverpool on the ball, as Minamino here with it. He just twists and turns, as Fofana with that head away, straight onto Reece James, and now let's try and run away. Mateo Kovacic, who must be shattered with the shift he's put in again, feeds it through to Iñaki Williams. That's a brilliant ball, you know, onto the Spaniard, who's hit the post. Big chance, not taken again. However, it's a corner ball, and we've got 20 minutes left, 1 sub left. As Kai Havertz looking for Iñaki Williams. He gets his head on it. And Naby Keita with the hit away. Havertz needs to take that down. Does so well. Just keep on running, Kai. Just keep on running. Now try and curl it. Got to be handball! Got to be handball! We got the 2-0 win against Arsenal, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it against Liverpool. Looks like they'll do what we did to the other Reds. As a corner ball here for Mane. They could have scored another, of course. Naby Keita's been fantastic this game, as that's headed away. Throw in for Paul, as we've just got to make sure we shut his options down. Chilwell does very well. Should be a corner, or throw in, but nothing. Full-time whistle goes, and it's our first defeat. Of course, apart from pre-season, as Jurgen Klopp's going to go over to the stand, of course, with this graphic. Just unlucky. 2-0. We were not the better team, and it showed. And we're approaching deadline day, as that result sees us sit third. West Ham and Liverpool go above us. And in fact, we go to 5th. Manchester United and Spurs joining them, who of course we do play next episode, as we're going to keep on simulating on. And in fact, we're on deadline day. A lot of money spent around the grounds. How much have we spent? We've only spent 32 million. We've made profit in this window. Not technically, of course, in real life. Koulibaly, Aubameyang, Sterling will have cost a lot of money as Mitrovic departs Fulham. He's gone to Leeds, actually, oh my days. But I do think, looking at these, we could maybe sign some more. I do know injuries will play a part at some point, but I'm going to wait on seeing transfers coming in for our players before of course, we go out, because that can change his philosophy a little bit if we do get any offers. Of course, I haven't seen the comments from the last video, which bugs me, but still, I do feel like we can go for some players, as Christian Pulisic leaving could open up a pathway to another player. I'm going to try and go 1 year. Very high wage if Atalanta can actually pay that. I won't mind him getting a bit more game time, because I do think we can bring in a player who can be a rotational again, but he's a very good one. As if this goes through, I think I'm going to go in for the player. Let's try and get Pulisic out first. I need to force him out, but let's see. As Loftus-Cheek a loan offer, that's going to be rejected. Loftus-Cheek playing very well at the moment, and I do feel like he's a part of this squad. Don't know if he plays the next one, but I don't know. I think Reece James is maybe due a chance after us losing. He is, of course, a really good player. Into the last 2 hours, has Pulisic gone through? It has. So I think that opens the option to signing this next player. Might be a bit of a basic choice. Chelsea are absolute robbers of Leicester in real life, of course. They steal Fofana, Kante. Who's the other ones? There's more of them. There's a lot more of them, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. I'm not going to force myself to anyway. Ben Chilwell, another one. As James Maddison could be the next, of course. I said Kai Havertz wasn't great in the last game. I was thinking about this guy a little bit. I do think Mason Mount can come into the team a bit more, but this guy's 24. He's got an in-game face. He's got more potential. He's English. He can be as a rotational player, I would say, like Pulisic is. I think he's worth a buy. I do, of course, think he is due the step up, as we're going to offer, I'd say, 35 million. This guy and Iñaki in the window are perfect signings as Mason Mount. No, you're not getting Mason Mount in return. What are you trying, Brendan Rodgers? We'll go 37.5, which I think is a good sum. He wants 48. 48 is a lot. 45.5? Remove that sell on. 45.5 is a lot. That's agreed upon. It is actually a lot of money, but we'll see what happens. Can we get him on that rotational role? He wants to be an important player. If he can prove it to me, he can be that important player, so we'll accept that. A 3-year contract, fine by me. Disregard a release clause as the wage. Can we go 90? A signing on bonus of 3 and 350. Appearance fee. Oh no, we'll go with a goal, 15. If he gets 15 goals, he can have 1.4. That's a lot of goals, of course. Does he accept that? He does. James Maddison is a Chelsea player. That ups our manager rating. Has it done something with the signings? I'm guessing it has. Have we signed them 2 crucial players? I don't know, but it's increased the squad worth, I guess, and we've spent a hefty sum, as I do think that's a very good player to have around the squad and put pressure on. Very big teams. It looks like it let Leicester actually sign Daley Blind, so it gave them a bit of money so they could get a replacement in. Not an attacking replacement, but a replacement nevertheless, as we are 5th in the league. We actually got an offer after the bell for Azpilicueta, which I am going to turn down, and Jorginho turned down again. So let's try and squeeze this last game in, shall we? Is Malang Sarr a loan to buy from Sociedad? I will accept, even though it's after the bell has gone, as Aston Villa are the next team up, and that will take some rotation, I think. There's Feyenoord as well, wanting Ryan Giles on a loan to buy. We'll just go with a normal 1-year loan for him. I would not mind that happening, but get us on to Villa. We need an instant response from Liverpool, and although it's his first simulated game, I'm not feeling too risky about it. I do think we should get this result. 8th position, and the bench has changed up. Zakari now on it. We've had some international players still tired, like Maddison, Gallagher, and Jorginho. So it's Reece James coming into the starting 11, who we can finally move back down, if we can actually get to it. There we go, to a right wing back. Kante's still in there. Sterling, Aubameyang, Iñaki still kept out. Let's see how we can do here I just wish Fofana's rating were a bit higher against Villa. Come on. Let's get the win. They're playing the diamond formation under Gerrard. And they've beaten us 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Gerrard's men have done it. Raheem Sterling, Lacazette with the brace, Philippe Coutinho and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a response. That's 2 defeats on the bounce. It's now on to the Champions League, and I definitely do think we change it around now. I don't think we're doing as well as we should be doing at all. I thought them first 2 games are phenomenal. The Super Cup as well. But Crystal Palace and Arsenal, we just brushed them both aside. And now we're not doing too great at all, as they want a short term now, they've decided. I'll accept that for Malang Sarr, that's perfect. As for the Champions League, you can see I am going to rotate a couple of players for this game against Milan, but I still do think it's strong enough. As we've got Edouard Mendy in goals, first Champions League game, Loftus-Cheek, Azpilicueta, Silva, Fofana and Cucurella, so maybe a bit slow with the 3 centre-backs apart from Fofana, but we're going to go with it. Of course, the Brighton man, the ex-Brighton man getting his first chance. Jorginho's getting his chance finally with Kovacic in the midfield. Mason Mount in front, so 2 changes there. With Sterling and Williams. We're going to go with Williams over Aubameyang because, of course, he does have the age benefit. As, of course, Aubameyang can't really control that, but he's 32 now. As Maddison on the bench. Gallagher still yet to come off it. Zakaria is still yet to come off as well as Kante drops out. James and Havertz. As let's see what we can do. AC Milan at home in the Champs League. Let's have a look at this Milan team, shall we? Mike Maigens in goal. Nusan Mazraoui's a good sign-in with Balotore. Gonna wait till it swaps around. Ante Rebic on the bench. Kayer, Tomori, Kessié, Tonali, Selamaikers, Rafael Leao, Brahim Diaz, and Richarlison. Not at Tottenham, but at Milan. I mean, it's a good signing, don't get me wrong, but it's not what I expected as Jorginho. I want to expect good stuff from these players stepping into the lineup, like him, like, of course, Azpilicueta, and Nyaki getting his first start as Mason Mount as well, but he's got in the way of Kovacic's ball across. Really do need to impress, as that's a ball over the top. Mazraoui shutting down the angle there is Azpilicueta as Wesley Fofana. Rafael Leao on his toes. These know we're fresh out of 2 back-to-back defeats, and they're going to try and get us whilst the spine of the squad's a little bit still tired, of course, as that should be our ball and a throw-in, and is. Loftus-Cheek straight into the middle, but caught out. Sandro Tonali now over the top. Rafael Leao steps inside, and Thiago Silva just a step across. It's amazing how he's never tired. He's been an ever-present in this lineup, even when we've rotated, as Williams with a pass on to Sterling right here. Raheem Sterling to get us off the mark. He's hit the post! And we couldn't get there in the middle, but Kovacic to keep this alive. On to Mason Mount. Loftus-Cheek, good touch and a whip in, which isn't bad, but for Kayo Tomori, of course, against his former club here, with a good header away. Rafael Leao, 25 minutes on the clock. Rafael Leao with a bit of a gap here. Edouard Mendy comes out and saves the chip. Definitely left it too long, did the Portuguese. As now we've got this away, but a first chance there. A big chance for Milan. What are we doing to ourselves? As passing's not quick enough, even with Mateo Kovacic, as Rafael Leao stopped in his tracks a little bit. Frank Kessié, the captain, onto Sandro Tonali. Richarlison's pass is caught out. There's now Raheem Sterling now in the middle to Mason Mount. Mason Mount across onto Mateo Kovacic. That's out wide right there onto Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek through the middle. Good touch. And Iñaki Williams. Not the greatest. Not the greatest at all as... I'm sorry. A corner ball. We'll take it anyway. Mason Mount to whip it in. Wesley Fofana. And Tomori off the line. That has come from something we shouldn't have even had. But I'll take it anyway. Thiago Silva into Mateo Kovacic off the crossbar. Big chance again for the Croatian. We needed to take that. Very unlucky as Mateo Kovacic to run round the side. And Iñaki Williams, Mason Mount. He will pull a ball out now right into Marc Cucurella. That's into the front post. Sterling takes it under control. Got to be a foul. How's it not given? Raheem Sterling is staying down as well under the injury. And there's a break in play for Raheem. It looks like the first serious one. I'm going to have to put Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on, of course, now. But that's not a good one to suffer. Not at all. Not a good moment at all right there. As Frank Kessié, Sandro Tonali. Don't let them get something before half-time, please. Don't let this slump. As now it's into Kessié. Leao. Now into Brahim Diaz. Richarlison. Big save. But what a chance we've just gifted them. Half time. 0-0, but Milan are in it. Here's Iñaki Williams. Started his second half where, of course, we're in search of a goal. Cucurella to whip one in towards Aubameyang. Unfortunately not one. Selemakers turns his back to that one and manages to somehow get something on it as Mason Mount to keep control. Tonali, that's a bad challenge the referee deems it as Thiago Silva will pass it to the side. Cesar Azpilicueta goes for one. Why not? Why not try one, Dave? As now it's Jorginho into Mason Mount. A slick turn. Mason Mount still on the ball. Doesn't know where to go. Gives it back into Jorginho. Power behind that. Almost the hour mark here. Don't really want to draw, but of course it won't be the end of the world after the recent results. As Richarlison on to Leao. 1-0 Milan. Why am I speaking of a draw when we've just gone behind? 1-0 AC Milan at the bridge. It could be 3 successive defeats. Talk about Tuchel going. It could be us. Honestly, what a horrific goal to concede. Honestly, terrible play from us as now Jorginho, number 5, needs to spread that out wide. A lot of players stepping into this team haven't done themselves justice. And that's just me speaking the truth. It's Kovacic into Jorginho. Mason Mount, got a man on his back, but he'll still shoot. Blocked by Simon Kjaer. Unlucky as we're going to get Conor Gallagher. And we're going to get James Maddison on. Get the English 2 in the midfield. Bit of a gamble. Lower rated, of course, for Kovacic and Mount. But we're going to do it anyway. As Loftus-Cheek. Aubameyang making the run. Of course, he's fresh off the bench. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, near post, puts it in. It is 1 apiece. And I don't know how he's got that in the back of the net. Number 9, curse not working with him. A brilliant finish from our striker. He's come on for the injured Sterling. And he's hit one at the near post of Mike Meighan. Beautiful stuff. James Maddison running forward. As I think my camera's going to die any second, which is a good thing whilst we're in this ever so important game. As a block there, Conor Gallagher onto Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Looking over the top for Iñaki Williams. Kjaer heads that one easily away, but we're going to keep the pressure on him. And the dying embers of this game as a corner kick here for Milan that's given. Must have took a deflection. And the going edge of the box with it. Simon Kjaer. Richarlison. Blocked by Marc Cucurella on the line. Still not away. Kessié. And he's gave a penalty against Aubameyang. He's gave the penalty against us. I thought it was the other way. I thought they handled it. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the goal scorer. It has hit his knuckles. Kessié pressured him into it. And a penalty late on here for AC Milan. Kessié against Mendy. Can we do it? Yes, we can! It's Edouard Mendy with the save against Kessié. Whack that upfield. As it's not the win we wanted, but it's a draw and it's avoided defeat late on. Yes, improvements to be made. Definitely so. But we didn't get beat. That's the main thing. We keep on going. A defeat in the Champions League group stages is a big thing, which we've avoided. As after that game, we see that Raheem Sterling, broken metatarsal, 2 months. We are out with the Englishman as N'Golo Kante. Wanted to be asked to play. I mean, Loftus-Cheek, you're doing a job as a wing-back. You're doing a job as we've dropped down to 10th in the Premier League. Not good at all. Tottenham up next. Tired team. Then a cup game. Then Man City. Then a Champions League game again. Welcome to the Chelsea career mode. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Unfortunately, we have hit the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well so you do not miss an episode in the future. That has been it from me today. I think it's been an eventful one. Some good, definitely some bad, but eventful. As I will see you guys all in the next episode tomorrow. Take care, in a bit, and peace.